Hello and welcome everyone, Lionheart here, and today I'm taking a look at the Avantek laptop cooler. I don't have a box for this, mainly because the box was very basic. It was a basic thin cardboard box, just said Avantek on it, so I thought I'd actually start off by showing you the product from the off on this review. Cheers to Avantek for sending this over for me to have a look at. I will be comparing this to another laptop cooling pad, the Cooler Master NotePal, I believe, the U3. Just because that's the another cooling pad that I've actually had and used for 5 or 6 years, so that's why I actually said I was interested in taking a look at another laptop cooling pad, because I've had one for a while. I know that they do work, they do actually drop some temperatures. I should say though, you won't, don't expect to see, you know, 10, 15, 20 degree drops with this. You're probably on average, you should be aiming to see about 5 degrees drop using one of these over your laptop. But the thing is, these aren't just about dropping temperatures, they're also about making using your laptop on your lap more comfortable, because often people say when the laptops get hot, it starts heating up their legs, or even potentially feeling like it's burning them, and you don't want that. So not only should this act to at least attempt to cool your laptop down a little bit, it should make it more comfortable to use a laptop on your lap. So having a quick look at the Avantek cooler itself, it should say technically its model number is the CP173. I believe the 3 donates that there are 3 fans at the back, because there is also a CP172 rather. CP173 and there is a 172. This retails at £16.99 or $26.99. You can find links to both of those Amazon links in the description if you're interested in picking one up after this review. Do let me know what your thoughts are. So obviously you have the 3 fans. They're 110mm in size, and they run at a speed of 1200 RPM. There is no switch to control the fan speed. There is a switch at the back here, a red switch here, and it is powered by USB. There are 2 USB ports here, but yeah, it is either on or it is off, and is either at 0 RPM or 1200. They're not loud, and they're quite quiet, and I don't really notice them at all when I'm using my laptop. I definitely don't notice them when I'm playing some music, a movie, or games at all. They're just quite quiet, which is good. You don't want loud fans from this. As I said, there are 2 USB ports at the back, and the only cable that actually comes with this is a USB to USB, which plugs into one of these 2 ports and then into your laptop, and the other one then activates, and you can actually then plug a USB stick or something in, and that will transfer data or connect to your laptop. So that's quite good. I like the fact that they've thought of a way of negating the fact that you're using up one of your USB ports on your laptop by plugging this in, so that's good. I also like that it's a separate cable and not a built-in cable, so you can detach it easily. The other laptop cooler, the Cooler Master U3, that I'll compare to a little bit later in this review, does have like a built-in cable, so you can't actually detach it at both ends, which is kind of annoying, and has actually caused the cable to wear a little bit over the years. So it's plastic on the back and a metal mesh on the front with an indented X. I don't know if that's part of Avantek's logo design or something. They just felt that an X looked cool on there. It does help, I guess, indent a little bit. If you're using a smaller laptop, like a 13-inch, then that may well actually fit quite nicely into those indents. This is designed for 15 to 17-inch laptops. A 15-inch laptop will sit perfectly on here. As you can see, here is my 15.6-inch gaming laptop, the XMG P505. You can find links to that if you're interested in it in the description. But yeah, here's the XMG P505 sitting on the Avantek laptop cooler. It fits perfectly. If you're using a larger laptop like a 17-inch, then you may find it goes over the edges a little bit, but it will still cool all the important parts of your laptop. Now I should say, and again looking at the bottom of my laptop here, you can see that the vents are at the bottom here and at the top on both sides. Now, comparing that to the placement of the fans on the Avantek cooler, it would actually be preferred to almost have 4 fans, and one here as well, so you get a nice even distribution. Now they've gone for 3 fans, 2 at each bottom and 1 in the center, which makes sense. Again, for some laptops, they can't obviously make a universal design that's going to work for every single laptop, because the placements of vents and grills and things like that are a different place for all of them. The only way to overcome this is actually to take a leaf out of the Cooler Master U3's cooler laptop cooler pad book, which is to have the fans detachable and you can place them wherever you want, kind of like a piece of Lego, which is quite cool. But actually this still works quite well, and you'll see how well it works in the performance screenshot that I'll throw up in a moment. But yes, moving on then to compare this to the Cooler Master pad. So here is the Avantek cooler, as we've been taking a look at so far, and here is the Cooler Master. I'm not doing a review on this. I bought this about 5 or 6 years ago when I went to university. I had a gaming laptop, an old MSI laptop, and it ran really hot, and I wanted a way to try and cool it down, or at least mitigate some of that heat. This brought me about 5 to 7 degree drops on that specific laptop. Now, as you can see, as I was talking about, Cooler Master have opted for the ability to make your fans removable. You just release a clip and you pop it back wherever you want. So you can align the fans wherever you want with this particular cooler. So there's the kind of layout that you have on the Avantek. On the Cooler Master, this is a solid metal rigid frame, no plastic in this one at all. However, it is a lot more expensive, and I think I paid around £50 when I bought this 5 or 6 years ago. Having a look on Amazon today, there is actually, it doesn't seem like there's an official seller of this. It's all like third-party stuff. So I mean, one of them even ranged up to £188 for this, which is just a rip-off, and you should be buying for that. The other sellers seem to be selling it around about the £50 to £60 price mark. So I just wanted to mention that, because when we have a look at the performance results in a moment, that'll show what a £16.99 cooler can do compared to a £50 or £60 cooler that I've used before for many years. So we're going to have a look at those performance tests now, and then we'll come back, conclude, wrap up, and give this a score. So actually, to my surprise, this did pretty well in those performance tests compared to the Cooler Master laptop cooler, the U3. I was actually expecting the U3 to do better than this, because I've had that Cooler Master pad for years and years. I know how it works. Obviously, I can place all of those fans directly under the vents of my P505, which made the U3 kind of the fan distribution a bit more optimal than the Avantek's. However, these are bigger fans, and I think they're running faster than the Cooler Masters. I can't actually remember what speed those run at, but they don't run as fast as this. Like, you know, just by I can listen and hear and not see, but you can tell. So that probably helped the Avantek out here, because as you can see, compared to the laptop having no cooler and just running on its standard automatic fan profiles, this dropped the overall temperature of the motherboard inside, which is the top temperature, by 5 degrees from not using a cooler to using this. It was 73 degrees. Whereas not using a cooler on the laptop left it at 78 as a maximum. The graphics card was 1 degree cooler using this and the U3. Mainly because at 36 degrees that's quite cool for a laptop GPU, especially an Nvidia card and chip, which are often a bit hotter, or at least the previous generations have been. That has a GTX 970 in it, and the XMG P505, so it wasn't too bad there, and it wasn't, you know, and it's got, I should say the XMG P505 does have a pretty good cooling system in it anyway, but, so this obviously didn't have much of an impact on the GPU, but 36 degrees idle, that's pretty nice. And obviously it prevented it going any hotter than about 61 degrees. That's good, I like that. It did help cool the processor a little bit, as the overall kind of package of all the cores together. It helped to lower that by a couple of degrees as well for the actual value that was taken the moment the screenshot was tabbing out of Total War Attila. So yeah, the way I did the benchmark, I should say, I ran Total War Attila and I ran its benchmark using a custom set of settings to really push my laptop kind of high and ultra settings. It did well. You know, 5 degrees was what I was aiming to get with this, a reduction, and it performed. The U3 didn't perform as well because what it did cool well in some places, and obviously the positioning of those fans helped cool the processor a little bit better than this, but overall the whole board was a bit hotter on the U3 than this. It was 76 degrees maximum on the U3, it was 73 on the Avantek. So let's wrap up and give this a score. So you're not going to see huge temperature drops with this, and I wasn't expecting coming into this review to see that, especially not for £16.99. Otherwise, that's an absolutely insane bargain. I would be interested in the future to take a look at other laptop coolers, maybe even higher end ones, to see if there really is a way to cool your laptop with a cooling pad by a significant amount, but I have a feeling there's probably not. These definitely help improve the airflow. You're not going to see a huge amount of improvement, but if you're getting close to the kind of temperature threshold of your laptop, this might help drop it down and make it a bit more comfortable and help that laptop survive for a couple more years if you're starting to burn it out. It also does make the general experience of using a laptop on your lap a bit more comfortable. The plastic backing is actually quite nice compared to the U3 with its hard metal. The plastic's actually, I think, in my opinion, a bit more favourable. I quite like that on the back when it sits on your lap. And obviously, if you do have a hot laptop, it's preferable to have it on a cooling laptop pad because it won't be burning your legs or heating them up and making them uncomfortable. So, you know, for that, it's pretty good comfort-wise. That's nice. If you have it on a desk, obviously you've got the adjustable feet at the bottom and grips on all of them if you want it tilted at a certain angle, just again to get more airflow in the back and what have you, and that all helps too. It's thin and it's light, so you can travel with this. You know, if you've got a laptop backpack and it's got a bit of extra room, you could probably slide this down either in front or behind your laptop when you pack it anyway. It's not too heavy, which the U3 is, and I've actually tried to take the U3 not travelling, but I've travelled about with it, as it were, to friends' houses or whatever, and it's a bit more cumbersome and it's a bit of just a bit more effort to really include it. Whereas this, it's nice and light and it, you know, it fits in pretty well. I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10. I would love to see more cooling performance in the future, and I would love to see a dial to actually control the fan speeds. I wouldn't actually mind the controller actually supporting higher speeds that would make the fans more audible, just so that if you did want a boost of cooling efficiency, you could actually enable it at a penalty of hearing the fans a bit louder. It would be nice to have some kind of dial, which the U3 does have. But those fans, to be honest, are quite slow. You need to have it on maximum anyway to get any kind of you know, efficient cooling or active cooling out of it. So yeah, I'd like a dial. To be honest, apart from that, I can't think of much else to go with this. I guess it might be nice to have an on-off switch for the LEDs that are around the fan separately that make it glow in the dark. But to be honest, it does its job. It works pretty well. An 8 out of 10 for the Avantek laptop cooler. So if you're looking to shave off some degrees while you're playing, or just making a more comfortable lap experience for the laptop on your lap, this is worth having a look at. I certainly wouldn't look to spend more than this on a laptop cooler, because as you've seen, the performance and like the temperature cooling gains aren't that high. So this is probably, you know, maximum you really want to be looking at if you want some kind of pad to elevate your laptop a little bit, help cool it a smidge, and prevent your legs from burning from a hot old laptop or something like that. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this review. Don't forget to comment, rate and subscribe. Check out all the links in the description for my affiliates and sponsors, XMG and Green Man Gaming. Take pride in joining the Legion, and I will see you all again soon. Ciao for now.